My name is Sarah, and I've always loved stories. I even studied journalism to share the stories of others. And one of the first rules I had been told was that I had to stay neutral and objective. But one story can be seen from several point of views. And even if I often believe that my point of view is right, like everyone, I grew up in a society that made me think that I was guilty for being harassed or sexualized, that I was always too much or not enough. And that is neither neutral nor right. That's why in 2019, I launched my own podcast channel, DÉCHARGE, to amplify powerful and diverse stories, complementary from mainstream medias. And because my struggles as a white cis woman won't be the same than a drag queen's, than my neurodiverse friend, or than this feminist strikes activist, on my microphone, my interviewees share their stories. Nowadays, more and more committed podcasts contribute to free speech about discriminations, but it's time, even for Swiss creators, to put neutrality aside. Because if our world isn't ready for our rights, it hasn't the choice to hear our voices anymore.
Si toutes ces personnes, en fait, elles te disent qu'elles subissent des violences pour X et X raisons, un truc à savoir, c'est tu la fermes et t'écoutes, c'est tout.
And people are actually listening to my podcast. I've published 20 episodes, which cumulates more than 5,000 listens on Apple Podcast, Spotify, SoundCloud. I still don't know if I'm enough, too much, but at least it seems that I'm making my point. In 1 year, we've been talking about many topics: validism, online activism, tearing binaries down, racism, cutting the boys' links, pinkwashing in all their diversity. My guests have one thing in common. They aren't waiting quietly for the world to change. Maybe creating DÉCHARGE was my way to do so as well. I've been partnering with several entities such as DÉCHARGE's webzine, associative radios like Radio 40 and Luz Antenna, Gender Plus associations, but it's only the beginning. I'm now working on audio documentaries, which implies more music, more mixing, in short, beautiful sound for powerful stories. Interviewing, editing, publishing, all of this takes time. And because we live in this wonderful capitalist world, time is money. That's why I'm fundraising at the moment. To create the best content, I now need to invest in some more sound material, but also hire musicians, maybe also graphics, and that's why I'm in contact with several Swiss and feminist foundations to help me fund my podcasts and episodes to come. I can now say that I had the guts to create stories as well, and I don't intend to stop as long as people listen to them. So you know what to do next to help me continue this project. Because narratives do count to change representations and mentalities. Our stories are powerful. And the good news is you can now listen to them on DÉCHARGE podcast platforms. See you soon.